Jane say DNA say womawu no. Na yehwe bra asam no hye ase no a ebe betu dwa say nkwada ne yira ye no. Police for asote na mo maso antene ntem. Amo hye ase so mo yehwehwemu. Mo hwe mo kira kwan. Omo chi nipa baako. Onipa no mo chi ye no edwane. Omo san ko chi no. Ensema odo PP mu. Ama police yadi pani. Eye senchofo hye mu de to dwa se. Obi anka na komanto ne yem. Na nkwada no yenim bebi a omo ye don bebra wofo. Ti na gidi wo ho. Anche ena sabetu dwa se si ya de pani kuru ya sambe kan se nkwada no sasa no kan ye no na odi hye nkuran. Omumu a na yete se omo Nigeria omo obi na faso ye hwe omo wa ha ensem bebre ekowi ase ni nya se yete yese akokunya nkwada be nipa bi no mpa bi otakrade baby yede bae no na se DNA wo hunsam sore ya yewi ye na nura na hunsam ba bonte se DNA ne chese nkwada no omo no mpe na ehu ye se nkwada na wu abusuan no bi ni kire se dabi dabi wo mo ne police for nya adwene ebro mbobo amane na nkasa okomo faso ye DNA no ene resource na ebaye wo mu ni information bi ano keke na de ka kire wo na nsem na bebre emebi no kura ka se see the boss tiwa ye mame won resign abusuan bi kura kire so mu nya ya nka san numpe ne ye ka ho asem no oyomode hye mo famra na o man kokwa DNA no o baby foforo ehwe sanye bia oyomode hye na na asame bia ke koneka me se eya gihini o baby a betumi de ohawaba sense se gidie ni amanfo ni police for ntemu a ebe ha adwene papa entene ye bedi nkomo kakra de afa ho na yaban mu sanse MPP aban na wo adwamu ntino ye no bedi nkomo na ebisa se so far how far report ya babontin ene sama hodo mo kanti MPP din mu no abranti a obekamensa ene anadwi eye Ernest Kumi eye communication team member edema NPP na kwakwati abato mpesu asonso a oye aspiring parliamentary candidate enya kwatia na okutu obi no bitu no so campaign coordinator menamtia no nti Ernest Wominchia wasanso na yewo Nurudin Abbas and this communication team no odi mu akote na santemantemu so de oposo no ye
communication officer
one this am yekoma santemantemu no na Wominchia ohanti ebejafo makwaba mamisha semfiri oso Ernest mona mu abemu fibra nkwada yira ye so Canada for minu ehunwomo we no mo yira ye na Ghana for Canada we ka mo abrofo nti ehunwomo na we di ehunwomo ne hunsam bebre a bepemo di siye enura o press conference police administration ye no so far wo de wo kan nyina boma wo process no ye ne so ye to be handle ni ye anase sinto bi koso baby ye hwe na fe ewuma ye wurawura de aka nyina so medase
eja medawase ene question odi amami enyumre mefa akwanya odi amai so na ya chia Ghana mampeni excellency Nana Dankwa Ekufuado na ya chia na BDH His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ye party mpenifo oba me constituency chairman obono mode chairman Alhaji Baba Yankuru onene apamfo constituency executives a dane de nyina mudi ye party nanim ma ye BBI cotton no mechia omo nyina machia ye party ma ayewo akwatia ene ne party mu nyina so na ejakwabra o question na obisa I believe say ne kwan so ano no ye be koso na yama ebusuafo nso yakọ na ya hyeomoden na ya sese omo eben omo from dane de nyina no so no omo ni omo nkasa omo nchichi omo re na twedi aponyankopon na nkasa nso enka omo akoma esanse de ato omo no emu ya kakra sebi se obi bi tu obi na prekope nipa ni wu a ya na enye ya mpo te say we are atu nipa na drag but focusing because I protracted over a period of time no emu ya kakra eti de be kan say ye mom yakọ na ye mom shedin so say omo gina ye saade ya bi say so bi wo ne ba bedu sam pempenso asade no beto ne mu ya de di ho nso ne say say we bisa say processes na course no nyina no bibito sima wo mu ana na kwan so ben ye be fa so a ye be ye ne ye mimi hu ni say police administration no I think say right from the beginning anyama mako mienu miensa bi wo ho a omo anya ne ye na ye koye nim no ye be say bi ombehwe no matoto one I think communication right from beginning no in communicating on the matters no omo anya ne ye nsem omo de betu dwa one point mu sie ni bebi akwara ne wo edu bebi so a omo se omo edu bebi omo se omo amuni bebi akwara no me kwampo de edu bebi no na me de me ogidie se akwa ne tiase na emu no ebia the first information no mo de betu dwa no ebia compromise with the criminal investigative process no eti no masan back abesesa o madwen no se na be ya uncompromise with it and I think say mo fidie so kwa menya akwanya make similar statement but akoba ne say fofia antoanta ene de omo de abetu edwa che say nkwa no ahwe omo nkwa eti say nkwa na ahwe omo nkwa na che say sa informations na omo de to out ni nyina no enye information papa and I say enye information is good for the public consumption enye obi so na share omo so omo fa metudwa it is omo de such a false information about betudwa eno no ya de bia entwe ye the other things so say na say sisi na ombeka say nkwa na wu na metro na mejujo na me say now police for you right from beginning no I think say there were extreme focus on kidnapping adia ye nyina dey adwin cause say kidnapping yes it may be said from the beginning no na nkwa ya kidnap you mo but as time goes on no they should have averted their minds to other things say look it could have moved from the realm of kidnapping to murder and I say other areas of crime but I say na still omadwinya because they tina make us say we say empense mu kakra mo police for nankasa ya omo dia to dwa na eche say omo ankasa na omo call suspect nim na omo call identify say remains no e wo side etuba bi say say at the time na na omo suspect na nya de omo gusu na omo hwehwe mu no aden no man ko honom as part of the investigative process no anko making sure some forensic like investigations amama pick some evidences from the crime scene but at the end of the day no yehu sa niam ani nyina until last minute adebanko so a mesu mehu ni say the energy a ebe wiechi ana say in the latter days omudi shemu no we didn't see that from the beginning ebianko omudi sa energy no e shemu from the beginning ebianke sesa niam de kakra mema pemu de memi hu ni say latter party there were much effort involved there were a lot of collaboration there were a lot of partnership with other even agencies across Africa to make sure say ombetimi a rescue nkwara no and so ankwanko banisa anti I feel so as part of their learning processes no they need to put all these things and internalize them in their operational procedures only because when it comes to modern security and I say modern ways of operating you need to think like the bad guy to be able to protect society. Also, dream to say oboniye ni no nipa boniye for no person odi boni. You need to think like him to be able to protect society because unim many are bringing and say gap better wa. It is through the gap in the security processes no and oboniye for no timi faso edi boni. They should have thought about all these things and open up your mind to make sure say all these gaps were closed because ebi asenka omo yes anya man in term am hu ni say it may have helped. Now another thing back concern say we are told say Sesiano Nkwane no we don't know say indeed say suspect now more on same Sesiano suspect no onu no ku nkwana na it's another thing altogether. It is I will say police for no omo ye ha no closely up the whole investigation process no mo ye hu say suspect indeed say onu no ku nkwana na no ku omo so at what point ebia no don't kidnap you mo so what I say Jesus in my ebia John the Baptist wa be clear route and obi fufu aba and wa be execute action no until we need to know all these things na say obi fufu so na buy no be ku and na say suspect na ne ku omo ne botai ne sen and na ne trim po ne sen ti a oku nkwara no And also idea say was say money daddy. Said the last time I say we buy a canvas, I also made a profound statement. Say, look, near Kosunyina, and I said the reason why some of these forensic investigations are very necessary. And they say it may help unravel a syndicate via a cost watcher. Now, said no, me tie IGP in same kakano. Ne tofa ne say or person say we a syndicate via nanka. Ekoso or takrade and then impate more on eti the ebeka ne say omun close up on all these things and let us know indeed say suspect no onu no ku nkwa na onu no ku omo na ni trim po ne say o yi omo party bi akoton ana say is it an issue of kidnapping go bad I was saying to me who sa enyama we nyina and so no kidnap you no de so obi fofo fa no no so be execute ya sa nipa no o wan hefa e dey ntinsu no kun we need to know all these things na ye hu sa enyama we nyina no so no ye be expect say police for lessons are almost fi sa dey we no that is the most reason why we sa dey we nyina I was a report and they need to share with the public and as I was some mama yen team memufo no say dey ehun na ewum na ye hu say indeed when they go see here. Now some of those things and so the corrective measures and as a lessons are almost in a film ama dachi bino yenya no more a way chain so I date immediate to a mofo. It's as a police for now a warning day in day out no security changes and as I the tricks of the criminals no esesa enti abemo mbo hu na kwan ama mo so mo hu kwan amode be facility I believe say anya de obia betimi atena se akata nani ebu nani egu so say there were no lapses on the side of the security and I say the police apparatus no kwemuni de lapses kakra de
sin to bebre by me dance skumi me dance yeah memra Nurudin once we de akire a wo hwe processes e fa mu a bepem say enra acting IG wo fa boanu e de to just say this enkwada no de any test say omawu ampa enti yenhwe processes na bepem enra de na fe from there no na fe de account here that to so
eja kwabena meda wase na ma memfa akwanya we so na menchia ya mampanyini a ote apatamu a yebepa ne ho ntoma emfie aduanu ba kwaye o mampanyini John Dramani Mahama ne NDC fo nyina eye me branch secretary wa cancer offense Malam Zak na ne birthday ma menchia no Jabil Dauda on the youth organizer friend Mosquito or German North Sister Harabanso no ma me hwe wa denta ma menchia wo eja kwabena enne da ba kwa me rahu ye pa
adentira
sanse nsem no a akoso for the past 1 year efa takrade ma ye che won edun brebi say ya me de me ho gina abusuafo no anam se ya chewba se wawu se wonwu ye wonim se sorry ya man aduane adie enom ne ade ni nyina wonim so uye nipa na wo atenka you will appreciate the trauma and the emotional turbulence that the family had gone through. Na asem we was a Ghana ni bia busa ne say o man hene ajakwabna e de na de ya bedru ha ya drew ha ya ba bedru ha because ene ya wo aban a onwene Ghana for
how that
maybe I'm coming there so me tumire me be kire usie ntu de nyabotre ene nanado danko akufo ado aban no enwene Ghana ho ene ya wo aban a o major in the minors no or minor in the majors ya wo aban a o pa abonten echenfie ya wo aban a obu ahoho ne sebia manfrafo na Ghana fo esan lie ekoto abama a won de woto asaram ejakwabna de nti na me ka say obeka ya mre kakra kidnapping man ho miniso yi nipa beye ahodo nsia ne kidnap wo mo woni a enye Ghana fo a omoye ahoho no mo de omo nyina ye hu omo wo mo omo nye Ghana fo no omo nyina ye hu omo the first example ye Canada fo a ye chi omo okumase 1 week kura ma na ye se ye de ye hu omo eno enkoda nchen ye chi Estonian consul bi wo tema ye frɛ ho lashibi ehon so 1 week kura ma eni hu omo ye sa chi India ni bi okumase 1 month kura ma eni hu omo ba ya chi Ghana fo afi ye hu omo kira kwan meba oma Jacob na meba ya che Ghana fo enti me ka kire wo say aban we enwene Ghana fo ho aban we pa abonten kire fia this is the justification e dia no mu di gu akwan mu a e ma asafo na yehu wo mo na we dia ye hu wo mo
me ba mu kakra wo ha memo akwa mo akasa ba mu kakra wo ha the enim ni say police for the abonten kire say wo bra Canada for minu ka ho asemi ayira ye no amunum ho anche bia na police for nya nte ye call report so ye other ones are okay omo ye ntem but wenum de ne de days weeks months ansana
be utie takrade for man
ansana omo report to delay
you know say they went to report immediately enti na ba bia ye wo ha because and then Nana Danko Kufuado buying and Ghana for it's as simple as that.
What kind of
that is the first point. That is mama examples. E di enti na etimi che Canada ni no de yehunu no. Na Ghana ni a no ye Ghana de hye. Ghana ni a wote ni krom ye che no a yehu ye be kwa kohunu a na ye de ne dan kasa na eba. E di enti a. E di enti na ye che India ni a yehu no. Eno kra de ye mfa nto nchen. Yes I wo ba bia ye woyi because ene woni a ye de oman sika tua wonka se wonwene wonfa adwene ntopono so na yekọ haw bi mu a oyi yemfiri mu no they are refusing to think. I'm coming a Jacob now. Mema asem dia make
bia say they are refusing to think. Is it not too harsh to say o ma adwene so o mo nwene? I don't think say you betu atara so obi nti o nwene.
Maybe my example Jacob now.
But utimi ka say obi nwene
and they are refusing to think. Men ka say obi nwene.
Debi o ka say refusing to think.
Sa adwuma ye to aba ma o mo so o mo nwene they are not doing it. Asem we ba ye dey na MPP fo anka no kroma. Omo say you for swamp for right or wrong. Omo say you for swamp for na chenkwala no. Abronya oye bunu chairman obetina mu studio ha ya ka se nkwala no yemu so for swamp for. Ye nya key functionaries aban mu mpanyimfo na me ka say they are refusing to think. Am I wrong? Say ya to aba ma we ne security sector nko a we nipa be ye nson. Owo National Security Minister, Minister of State in charge of National Security, or National Security Coordinator, National Security Advice. Na ya chinipa, na ubetena se, edi adwena to puno so ape ade na china, apa ade na anopu mesibre no. Conveniently, uso ye opposition leader. Ya ye ofo swampofo, ene ne ye ku nkwala yi. Baabi omo ko hu nkwala ne nkasa na ye ofo swampofo fie. So me kase, omo aya to aba na hwa asem anapa akoka. This a Kufuado government, most of the ministers. Me connected at the actual union. I say, this the ministers are to Obama, they are refusing to think. Say, and Kwala school, Kwala 391,000 a year school. Nama place 200 and something thousand. Naka 150,000 or munya baby in Koye. Na GES no ankasa afra wuni bia say wow benye school bia no bra Independence Square. Na yempe ade na no pomasibre na nkwala beguo na muntimi nya ade na nkwala ebuhwe na minister mu a yafra wo se be yi ade na no a wo se eye mahama na akofa nipa beguo. Are you giving us value for money?
Okay, enti back to the eka no
enti na ba bia ye koche omo no eye ofoso ampofo fie ofoso ampofo ayana ebiew ohu se me kasa aban we nwune nipa ho Jacob na bia wo be kasa ye too harsh. Ye man panyini na nado danko Kufuado. Say a private jet na yen hide anko hide ye two kind da. Say a parties akese, champagne akese, and yen fa nye party of last star house a kia ye wi da. And na person Jacob na. Ye de wo kon no ma kuro mu a wo mpre hu. Asamo a make kan say. Unim say asem yi si ye no man panyina ko. Takrade be ye miensa. Wan pekura nko busa. Nkwala na busuafo say one pekran kwa nkomo mo ya kwa nchechiro mo re eno so mebo ana wakota krade be ye miensa one pe mo kura chira kwan afa de nkwala ya de bai se nkwala na wu a 10 minutes kura ma wo mfra busuafo no na busuafo no se ye ne won kasa we don't regard you as our president because on nwene on my man
na original minister or MC or original police commander or so all ministers
na nado aban ne pa bontin chief you know nanse ya ye wa ha ne say cathedral bi ahye wo France 10 minutes kura ma na omampanyina issue Twitter message nipa kura nwu 10 minutes ama no issue statement wa de hye ayira e kwa afe okota de na issue national dimension want me anko hokra anko chechiro mo re enkwala ne wudi a wa fra abusuafo wo fra wo sa de
sa abusuafo fra no mo fra ye no minim police ni according to interview cry ye ne no ewurane kan say police no ba ho me ba no din tie
me nu ka sa o ma ne flow ba sa me de
say do ba bi say me bisa wasem
Matias
komo ni edi
Matias
enti ye hwe ewurane kan say omo wo ho na obi kan say the oban say pani man pani person no makasa na no kra no oji furo no kasa na nye man pani na mo do bi fufro enti no that is the ne chese man pani na kasa na no makasa direct
eja kwabna sa na ye de ate omo so omo ni o man pani ni kasa enti no as a country we are in crisis.
Okay,
me ba eja kwabna me ba o man no ayewo mu se o man na ayewo mu se si anyu we are in crisis na nkwala no a ayira na eja kwabna uti accounts no aba no a MPP for eni ba bia nkwala ne wo
how
MPP for eni ba bia nkwala
o kan
me ba on the 19th of June 2019 National Security Minister our friend Brian Echampong oba bontin ka say we know where the tardy girls are and we will produce them safely. Untimi nkan kire me say enkranhye na no wo because he's a National Security Minister. Intelligence aye gather wo kromu nyina ha nyina ne table so ne koguo owura bi nso aye friend wo wusu bempa so no wusu brempa ayo mampanyini software abere o mampanyini ye pa ne ho ntoma a wo bedi ade no ono na sori no koye no o ma o mampanyini abeben so mampanyini fam wa ba abonten abeka say onim ba bia enkwala no ye dey ewo say say ofra ne ho the nation's prophet also onim ba bia enkwala no wo ti wa do dankwa akufu ado say onim ba bia enkwala no ye dey ewo enti se munim ba bia enkwala no wa esi dan na ne de mo beka kire enkwala no
medase utie oni asem o kana ka me say aban no anhyeda amfa no ho anyi asem no mo bebre eno tina kodu bebe yeduro woni ne ya adwene sa
eja asem o kan me struggle me hu asem ni ti ne nine na nka o start ya na o ka say aban yi mu mpanifo enwen that was his exact words I will use here no na nka me nsusu say anka ono no adwimu no anka obema bibi sonko bi adedi na ye hu say he is a bit different from omo a ono susu so ondwen no na so mitie ne nsem kamu no de namofosu ampofo no de besi aban yi no person chese aban ndwen Ghana for hu and na bisan say what does it mean say aban ndwen Ghana for hu the mere fact say ebia obi efi Canada aba na nipa na irana aban no anase police no enam ekwan fofo bi so etimi akohu sai nipa nti aban ndwen Ghana for no two security or anase criminal incidents are the same and abrinya ya mema sanfaton eja opa yenhwe look at even the suspect yen deal with even just the suspect look at the suspect involved in this case no she behavior anase kwan a the police for far so and the to our channel the to far no mudinesia he never revealed anything about the case I just say you are dealing with a hardened criminal only another person ebia ono so o chain ene ya obisa na waka no kre it is different ode no to onum so a ye cases bi onum a okonfutachi amo a okobokro no a ono ode niama ebia wa pepa na chi a chese wo ye hwia unu no ono wo hono ani obi so akobokro no a wa negligence wa ja ne bibi onum a watimi trace a wo hu a wache no enti no two criminal incidents are the same for him to even compare in the first place and tell us the mere fact say bako de kochi nipa within this time no enti na say the other person's own no yamfa ni serious there is no linkage and there is no reasoning behind it. I say okay it is not born out of any proper reasoning eti be anywhere nyina so betimi e dia akasa no kan no asamba be su say oman yimu your crisis and I be say now is it that sorry na wa yi word be fu bottom na da betu dwa based on what determinants near the can say oman yi war crisis. Is it that who throw now both team now can say now I can now see your crisis? You should be able to put in some determinants.
Who no say asemi ba ye. IGP, sorry, CID boss.
Yes.
I hear press conference. And they found say nkwada no they are safe.
Yeah.
Obo National Security Minister Sudin Emma ono kra on Facebook wall and a statement bi ba bonten kra ma me kra me nya kwan e kan bi e wo afidie so ha ya. It is a National Security Minister. I tell you about Bonte, I say they are safe. Oma hwemu ahu bebi omo wo adwumade nti Emma yaka ho asem si adi boss ababeka ho asem a na fe be wiase en sansa wo ka ni nyina no ankwankoye sadia na wo mo kana mu no akokoda no be fufura na nche se abana di Ghana fo hwam wo kwan bi so afa sase bi ho obi kasa wo ne nya adwene
Eja, until I started making say there were a lot of communication gaps in the process. So what I said, na no kwe woman say entry, and it is one thing. But when to me, say the fact that somebody did not communicate about a criminal incident well, no, and nunti no, o pese o coach say, o pese o chichi say o mine no, ewo opinion mo say o ye ni say ho ye bi cause o mine mo. You cannot link that. There's no link between that. What you say? Because look, there's a difference between the liability of the person. If you are fancy mameno, if you are complicit in the process, a debi or ye I boy man nipa boni for no enya kwan dwane anase bibia. Then you could even obetimi aboni sa kwadu abono. But wait there, na no asem and e bia entwe yi and ye nyina ye criticizing. There's a difference between that. It won't mean na no so mfa kan che say o man yi mu ebia te bia yi wo mu no enye ye ko crisis mu ni aka hu meanwhile you don't have any basis na some okenya oka no asaba no say owusu bempa anoyo manpe since when na so for start chi akonfo okromwa since when no nya asem na de kodan ne sofo enti da asem na oka na make us senti otena se o ka se wo mo so mo samu bi o mo kekan ye no wunye ni se ma wodo bi o mo ka me pese ye be ko okra se e bia asofo ne wo mo nsem bi o mo kekan ne kan ho bi e ma amanfo nya adwene bi se bia se wunne be bi o mo wa mo fa o mo mra hwe emre mu no ye obi bi e fe ne se busy bodies and I say you can huff and puff ade ne se mfa ho a ubetimi akeke ma kotri abesi trie. It doesn't change the substance of the matter. Says ya mean you okay. He can huff and puff. Wait ma toto a young Pierre we are seeing na ko si baby I was saying police for enche because I did ni hu ndi asem nim. He doesn't have any locus in the matter. It is otra na okeka ne ototo a young Pierre ekeka bibi o fa bia o ka ne kwa. It is the same thing. The statement it is as good as almost refer to them.
Abusia na ka say DNA test no person mo ankokoyo mo de those family are calling for say one person ko mom DNA test no who ni say say your mom kwa
eja eyom right what I say eyom right na they make me can say once eyom right no if they so want a second opinion about it I don't think say bibi I will say bibi is your mom kwan na mo be bisa say do the police have a reason to conceal any information about this? My answer is no. Bibi any why was say police timinya adwenboni bi say omo kata information bi so e wa same way. If the police are complicit in this matter, say omo ho akwakodim and enu nti omo nam kwa boni so bi pese omo kata evidences so then me I'll say but then if not data then I don't think say there is any but if they family they can go ahead.
Abuseku na some omo kan ya samba ko omo kan ni say one na initial no person beko
no correct.
And I'm convincing woman no koye. Omukoye no DNA omo nsu omo kwatwefi omo ho ne DNA report no just say bibia omo just say won hu hwe no mo an say yes DNA aba
eja mo me nka no kro o call hospital me amete nka me fodi me why shanka but na no pay me call hospital e normal lab test. I saying after obtaining my blood I should have followed up to the laboratory to see every little bit of those.
Now, some you want the report, ma'am.
Yes, so you can obtain the report. I say the family cannot have access to the report.
Okay.
Almost a bit me can report on. I did back on so on say by even physical inspection of the remains, you can make certain inference because we are told. And then me ame offer COP by to do. He said it. I say remains no more the coin. Back who say ahwenye egu na saying any there were 4 or 3 different kinds of hairstyle. Ebi there yabo rasta, ebi there washe wig. Bako na natire or bako tim say I ne same way juma. Eti wa oba, unim say oba had a dental problem and no hospital. You could identify all these things. These are things we can use in the investigative process. But when we say this year, and you this year.
Medasi. Nuruddin, we share anamo about 2 years so far. After investigations in one, me say Abba has done enough. Abba any from the bio to me. ama bambofo so no mfom de bi o metumi edum pepe so maduri enti no busua no so kire say on person mo different DNA test eno no if
Jacob na obi bia obekasa aban ye na fam de bia obetumi bia no ani no kra ma Ghanafo
adenti
se nkwalai se ampa so mawu ampa e wo so mabusuafo busa o nkwa efri aban ho because we are where we are because of the ineptitude, the incompetence and the insensitivity of government. And I've given you examples. Mama examples na me nua yo kasa ya anso wantimi anka hwe na as obi a wo kasa ma aban no na me feel say wakwanya we ya wabenya no o bebre wo ho ase na oni abusuafo osu. Rather you are trying to defend the indefensible. Say ye wunua, say ye wo busuani ene nenka wako saa tibia we mu a menyim ni say ka obeba betena ha because of politics we ye dey who defend it. Ejakwam na asem we ya mekan. Ene say watie the media landscape a woni a enya amanyosem wo nim de wo bambo nhyehyeye ho nyina e ka ne mekan. Eye owura bi a ye frɛ no Kwasianin is one of our foremost security experts. Asem wo mekan ya waka bi say the aban ye no anso ani. Owura bi a ye frɛ no Colonel Festus Aboagye or a security analyst. The American ya ono nso akabi and a Professor Ajemai Beduakosa. He is the foremost pathologist. Yeka obi a se nipa wu yehwehwe mu hu ne ku no a Ghana ha obi ani wa o chen no. Wo se asemu a police for ka no etwetwe so kakra asemu a police for ka no ani na ho enti abusuafo no emfa nkɔ ba bi foforo. These are experts talking. These are omo nkofo omo nimdie and omo yedai omo kasa. And this me recall omo point no omo kanoa. I think that is very much in order. What you say? Na MPP aban Jacob na say a contract na nka ye kasa ye moaboa no ne money don committee said ye bo bayire nkofie wafom na nkoma ton adi dadada. Say yes o man japade ECG yemfa kwati kwan so and Toma family and friends are koma ton adi dadada. Eno na make no say private jet and ye hand dia party akonum cigar kese a koma wie Ghana fo ayira 1 year. One solid year, you who or Mampanian Cosia Srabusia.
If say Obi Yaraha, as a Mampaniko, we are Yaraha, some
Sana, Yakano, we had takradi issues now. It came to assume a certain national character. It was not a normal killing what you say. On now, we're saying, you drag here and omnia dianoa. Now, was so Mampany show a certain level of sensitivity, especially when and Yama en Musa Krani, Yanyo Mampany Mana, I can't want someone answer why they wakoho, report no about Bonteno. In that crisis, Bebre, Contompo Bebre, Numia dear Bebre Wumwa, and Maujidia in ye. Abusianfone Bako, Abusianfone Bako, almost a Qualano, or no more moba or more adopteno. Into a day no more, and who or Mumo Jania Qualani de fire. Almost Akwalani no more, but they adopted him. Meaning their DNA composition is different from Akwalani there. Nti ye den who so moba eno no. Ebio takrade fo nkwalana ye se o mayira no mo ye miensa. Nipa ye ko hu omu wo ade anim no mo ye 9. The fourth person na he no free. Na busuafo we. Ena in DNA and forensic investigation and I say ye DNA testing no. Ye wade bia e friend degree of relatedness. Say ye mabusuani ni one pa. Degree no will shoot up very high to bear 99.99%. When what is the degree of relatedness of Unkwalano or Mawuno near Busiafo? No, I didn't buy this information when you see I didn't know a Jacobna. So what lab results as someone SCNA Medeshia now is what DNA tester. Baby, I was all the kind by a meme Busia and Sakra now they are comedian. Why is government refusing to release or someone fan kasa ni maye? See ebekwa ko CEO, see ebeye de yo, monfa ya de maya, aban say on farmer. Enti me asembia osofo bi kasa nkofo yi amanfo bi de o maye nyankoma de no. I'm tempted to believe so.
Me ba asofo no de me minim na asem no fa so wo nti o de kasa. Enti ebinom kasa yenu aba mama tiwa CID boss on resign. Fam ebushani biaka. No more
because two word down kwan resign and now you are not being fair. The man Ghana is Ghana is serious country. Your man penny and now down Kufuado no Ankasanka also resign.
How?
Because he has failed the nation. He has failed his people. Up to date, I was in a moment of grief. No, he has shown no sensitivity. And mind you, Tiwa Dodankwa is a hatchet woman for Nana Dodankwa Kufuor.
Hatchet woman. I don't know why you're hatchet woman.
Me, I'm a law student. I say, be any who make out Busami and my evidence. You will promo her. You know some Kwalami Nua or Mone Nana Dodankwa Kufuor. That's sorry. Your friend Bakwa and so boache, and your friend Baku Eugene. MPP Nian Kasabeya allegation say, Uko human peninia. Womuju $20,000 and not $30,000. And no man penis were Pia Semnama, Yura, Yama meet you as one year they want him. Yama meet you one or Yashim, Nipa or Cassam, no friend or phone so. I walk catch any pan say, as some walk Canadian him say and crew, but some way by a big guy, mum penny anymore say, Mesum and Peso man penny and Begua say, in Jasam no, Yan Katakata so me buana. Meba, yeah, funny say, Meba, the Okano, Abiatisa. That can you but me for some back pen or kind of surgeon? Say, Mameno is a hatchet one for an Jacobin, no near dear Babontia, Nia Cosum Pim Bibria, and I'm Hajida, CID boss, Nasa Clenunino. It goes up to Nayamami to Adodanko Kufuor. Until my so to me, share police at Tarepa, share police, check call police headquarters at CID boss. I'm some man one cassa, now new ferry. So, yeah, or bad Kaya or no money. I was sending to work before I was sent to resign because as a result of her unprofessionalism, as someone can and one can trust out or say it has taken us 3 months for us to know where the guests are. They are safe, they are going to provide them to the family. Oh, yeah, analysis of this statement. One can Kalani baby or more or say the 3 months are Kumus and Kalani Waha, Yahusa or Moye, and Chayed Wamubakoma. Okay, so offers on reason. Meet you when it's coming.
Many would say some penny for when you say Professor Jimabe to quote him precisely. I say we need a more experienced hand to provide a second opinion on the forensic investigation now. And fan or say Abana irresponsible, many cite the supporting Nancy more can say Abana irresponsible. Second thing, or say, Keno Festus Abwaje. Papa ni say, enquire kidnap you with 3 different locations. And as they say, Akobas Omewu. And then a buyer Munina be P back, star answers to any furniture or say, Abani irresponsible. It is someone can only meet him the nine. Or can no asamba be P or say Dr. Kwesieni. The same questions to Mubisa. Nasa questions with answers Nina is embedded in the report. Sebastian, Okay, the same thing about Keno Festus Abwaje. The same thing, questions about Ebisai. If I said, then it say, or there's somebody boy say Abai has been irresponsible. Okay, no, there's a 4th. Look, according to the police, remains no muyifi suspect. The 4th person was identified in a different house. When you ignorance, then. As someone okay, and until there no barber swab, or say the fact say, I call you muso your phone until Abine has been irresponsible. Is this responsibility on his part? Now you can't no say the fact say in some way you know Barbeto Janitino, Abino, I was saying Kufuor resigning, I was saying Tiwa Dodankwa resigning. No be say, and my year mama etigwem. All the crimes I see ya when ya one you know. And then a moral authority no Gina Suntia or course of the Tina Gwem. Okasa no what yes, he sound say, you're a mama. There was even a commission report against he violated the gift policy when see from and on a your ferry. Also, you're a law student, evidences, BBR can be outside. Yet you couldn't cite these things to support your case. And then when your voice and you are talking like this.
If some to work at Danko Kufuor and resign, say the boss on resign. Ebushana can say because we share press conference on me now. Almost say there'll be no peace. Omonia bread the day say so someone more cannot take yes my resign. It is rightly so. This year and I thought
I mean, it is allowed. Also, bubefu, obeti ya, obedi ya, odiebi omu. Enti as a normal human being, it is expected on their part. But say, mami ni besi for more, on see for more. And it is in line with their practices as a police administration and also as with the government. Abiding to means only self say we release a police officer off his duty. There are processes you may have to go through. Mean sorry, there are disciplinary processes that you need to go through. Oh, sorry, Prekope. Now I call you a commission officer who has years ahead. Oh, sorry, I know where you say, may you if you're called just like no. It may have to go. So once I feel and say we are Babetoja, we see the actions that the government will take. But to me, sorry, when I say,
just for the records, as someone you but there are so many disjointed things in this DNA discussion that require an experienced second opinion.
How is that different from what I
It's not different from what you are saying.
So then why were you interrupting?
Is that not what I said?
Is that what you said? Allow me.
Allow him. It's an indictment on the Kufuado government. Adie is because of the insensitivity of the government. No, can be say, no crime. No two criminal cases are the same. Fair enough.
You don't know that.
But there are 5 foreigners five foreigners I achi omo omo de yehu omo nyina Ghana for I achi omo de yehu omo as a Ghanaian na wo pese come rahye bedwam enyo ferry wa betena ha wo di.
I am proud. I think I saw me kai nyina wa jiatu I saw me kai
Ghana ni where is the knowledge? Why is the knowledge?
I saw me kai nyina wa ko
knowledge man wa
ye de yenkomo twetwe ni nyina ebesi wa ha.
Obi o hwe
Nuruddin Abbas, NDC communication officer and as a director.